Hi, another episode of Rod's Views where you get direct, um, uncontaminated, thoughtful, and thought provoking views. Um, Another episode in Whereto South Africa. And I think let's talk a bit some more around the formation of the GNU Cabinet. Um, because there's been lots of developments over the last few days. I think both the DA and the ANC, DA is overexcited because they could become part of the executive. And then I think the ANC is grappling and they're struggling with having to give up so much power. So both of them need to prove to their constituency and their backers that they are playing hardball and they're doing the best to get the best deal for themselves, and they are not weak and they are not capitulating with each other. So I've then decided to read the letters, the league letters between Helen Zille and Fikile Mbalula, and the letters between President Cyril Ramaphosa and, as I call him, Moonshot John Steenhuisen. I need to. I'm reading those letters um, through those lenses. Um, so those of us who know how negotiations and such sensitive negotiations go know that the drafting of letters and or position papers and leaking it um, is, on the one hand, it can be counterproductive um, to leak these things whilst you're busy with sensitive negotiations. And on the other hand, it can be useful to get your discussions over the line, um, and for there to be outside pressures on the parties to get this over the line. So I think the adults in the room on both sides have realized that these leaks, continuous leaks, whether intentionally or by those who are against this thing getting over the line and want to scupper the deal for whatever reasons, that it must now come to an end. Um, and I think um, these leaks has put pressure on Cyril Ramaphosa within his NEC and those who influence him and those in his backers to see what kind of portfolios he was prepared to offer to the DA. Because those are quite weighty portfolios that was offered to him. And then those who are supporting Moonshot John and who are his backers are amazed to see um, these portfolios that they've been offered and are concerned um, that John might be walking away from such lucrative portfolios. So, so the one piece of advice I want to tell John Steenhuisen is it doesn't matter how many portfolios you get, whether you got 10 or 5 or 12 or 6, doesn't matter how many portfolios you have. It depends on the impact of those portfolios, the significance of it, and how weighty those portfolios are. And I think so that must be consideration. Then I think that so Steenhuisen's people are going to put pressure on him not to walk away from such a deal. The other reason I think that there is a deal in the making, or they're very close to signing a deal, is the fact that the date for the first sitting, the joint sitting of Parliament, has now been announced on the 18th of July, which is Mandela Day. So both the backers of uh, I mean, the key backers of Ramaphosa and the key backers of Steenhuisen are going to put immense pressure on him to get agreement on this thing. And they are simply going to insist that they do so. So, as I said, I think they are closer to a deal than what many people are thinking. And I just want to give them one piece of advice. I think once they have their one on one and they come to an agreement, their final one on one, they must arrange an immediate press conference. An immediate press conference where they announce the deal, um, or they issue a immediate joint press. They draft an immediate joint press release. People draft it in front of them, and it gets sent out in front of them to minimize the leaks and the misinterpretation and so on. And the two of them need to front up to deal with this, not Helen Zille and Ofakile and Balula or anybody else. So yeah, I think a deal is close. I think it would be stupid for Steenhuisen to try and push further back. Maybe one or two things, but I mean the portfolios is weighty. Um, I don't think if I was Ramaphosa, I would not have given him. I would have given him more portfolios, but not necessarily those portfolios that he gave them. So yeah, good luck. I hope that they remember that the interests of South Africa and South Africa's people must come first. So salute, and don't forget to join or to subscribe to the Rod's Views YouTube channel. So let's see what kind of weekend we having, and whether an announcement would be made that would signify that we now have a cabinet that can be appointed.